Welcome to The Explainer. So, in the business world, AI is everywhere, right? The investment is just off the charts. But there's this huge disconnect between the hype and what's actually happening on the ground. Today, we're going to dig into why so many AI projects are getting stuck and how a totally new kind of AI is about to change everything. Okay, let's just start with a number that's, well, it's pretty staggering. 88%. Almost 9 out of every 10 organizations are planning to double down and pour even more money into AI this year. I mean, that's not just a trend. That's a full-on tidal wave of investment. The message from the C-suite couldn't be clearer. AI is priority number one. But, and this is the big but, here's the twist, for all that money being thrown around, more than half of those same companies are just hitting a wall. 51% of their AI projects are completely stuck. They're trapped in what people are calling pilot purgatory. They just can't seem to get these things out of the lab and into the real world where they can actually make a difference. And that is the great contradiction of enterprise AI right now. The ambition is there, the money is definitely there, but the results? Not so much. So what's really going on here? Why are so many of these promising projects just stalling out on the launchpad? You know, what's really fascinating is that it's almost never a tech problem. The AI itself, it usually works just fine. The real issue is structural, it's organizational. These pilots get rolled out as these little isolated projects that automate one tiny task, but they're completely disconnected from the actual business workflow. They aren't tied to any real business goals or KPIs, so even when they succeed, who cares? It doesn't move the needle. On top of that, nobody really owns them, so there's zero accountability. And the kicker, they often need a person to constantly step in and fix things, which kind of defeats the whole point of automation, right? So yeah, you can see why so many companies feel like they're just spinning their wheels. And it really all boils down to this one fundamental dilemma that traps these projects right from the get-go. They're calling it the cost-human conundrum. And it's this perfect vicious cycle. Basically, the very things that AI is supposed to fix are the biggest roadblocks to getting it adopted in the first place. It's this central knot that, so many businesses are desperately trying to untangle. Okay, so just think about how this cycle works. Step one, leadership demands a return on investment. They want AI to save money and boost efficiency. But step two, the AI tech and the infrastructure you need to run it, it's crazy expensive. And step three, they want to automate tasks to free up their people, but to even build and manage these AI systems, you need a team of incredibly skilled, super expensive AI experts who are really hard to find. It's the ultimate catch-22. So the big question is, how do you break a cycle like that? Well, the answer seems to lie in the next major evolution of AI. We're starting to move past basic automation and into a whole new era, the era of agentic AI. So agentic AI is different. Unlike the AI we're used to, which might just predict something or answer a question, this kind of AI is designed to take on real responsibility. It can actually understand a high-level business goal, figure out all the little steps needed to achieve it, and then go and execute that plan all on its own. It's a massive shift, right? We're going from a tool that just gives you an answer to a system that actually gets you an outcome. And you can see just how fast this whole field is moving. I mean, just last year, in 2023, the big focus was on simple automation, reducing complexity. Now, in 2024, it's all about integrating AI deeper into our workflows. But look ahead to 2025. The goalpost has moved again. Now, the focus is on true autonomy and realizing actual business value. And this is the key difference right here. With agentic AI, you don't feed it a detailed list of instructions. You give it an objective. You tell it the what and the why. It then takes that, interprets what you want, breaks it down into all the necessary tasks, coordinates everything across all your different software and tools, and then it watches what happens, adjusting its plan on the fly. It literally figures out the how all by itself. But, a technology this different demands a completely new mindset. This isn't just about installing some new software. It's about fundamentally rethinking the relationship between people and technology in the workplace. And that change has to start with how we even define and measure success. And this quote from Digitite really just nails it. The whole point of agentic AI isn't about replacing humans, it's about creating the ultimate collaborator. Think of it like a digital teammate that can take on all the complex, tedious, repetitive stuff, which then frees up the human experts to do what we do best. The high-level strategy, the creative problem solving, the critical thinking. So this means we have to completely shift how we think about ROI.
The old way was simple. AI is a tool. The goal is to save money. We measure success by how many tasks we can automate. But the new way, it's totally different. AI is a teammate. The goal is to create economic leverage. And we measure success by how much it multiplies the value and capability of our people. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. Leaders are really starting to get it. 61% of them now see this new form of AI as an intelligent collaborator, not just another tool in the toolbox. And that change in mindset, starting from the top, is what's really going to unlock the potential here. And this big shift in thinking, from tools to teammates, is what's paving the way for the next logical step in business evolution, the arrival of the autonomous enterprise. And we're not talking about some distant sci-fi future. This is happening fast. Nearly 3/4 of organizations expect to be at least semi-autonomous by 2030. That's just a few years away. We're talking about businesses where human and AI teams work together in this seamless collaborative loop, anticipating a customer's need, making better decisions, and just constantly improving. In this kind of autonomous future, the role of IT gets completely transformed. It stops being just a cost center, the department that just keeps the lights on. Instead, it becomes the strategic engine of the whole company. It becomes the central nervous system, orchestrating this incredible dance between human and AI agents to drive real business growth. And it's really important to stress, this isn't a future where humans become obsolete. It's the opposite. It's a future where our most human skills, our judgment, our creativity, are amplified to a massive scale. Our roles evolve. We become the strategists, the overseers. Value isn't just about cutting costs anymore. It's about innovation and being resilient. And in this world, things like data governance become absolutely critical. And IT becomes that central hub for all these intelligent agents to plug into. So it really all comes down to one crucial question that every leader should be asking themselves right now. As you invest in AI, are you just building tools or are you building teammates? Because your answer to that question is probably going to define your company's future in this new age of the autonomous enterprise.